my friends, Jacob Israel is here again. That's me, and I'm happy you're here. Thank you for pressing play. There are just so many interesting and ridiculous things to talk about that I had to come on here. So let's get this party started, okay? Boom. Artificial intelligence. Okay. This channel's big about artificial intelligence. You know that I'm fascinated by it. Well, today we find out that not only can AI read your thoughts, but now it can actually create speech. Scientists are saying right now, Columbia University, that they're saying that they can, not only just decipher a person's thoughts, but they can now convert that to speech, which is like a beautiful thing and an amazing thing, especially for people who can't speak. Could you imagine if I couldn't speak? Oh my God, what would I do? It'd be just like...
Hello, my friends. I am Jacob Israel. Watch me point my finger and do this. Buckle up, Uranus.
It's just not the same thing, that robot voice. It just doesn't work for me. And actually, they released an example of how this sounds, that when they decipher the thoughts, that how it actually sounds. And it's kind of rudimentary because they're still in the process of making it super cool and have a super cool voice that reads your minds and tells everybody what you're thinking, because that's going to be great, because I'm sure they're not going to use it, to get information about people. I'm sure they're not going to use it to spy on people even more. I'm sure they're not going to use this. It's going to be on the up and up. Check out what these cats at Kyoto University did. You see that? The owl on the right, that is an AI algorithm deciphering the thought. Person's looking at the one on the left, the AI is translating that in real time. It's seeing what it's seeing. That's crazy. Yeah, it's going to be on the up and up, all of this really great technology, which has wonderful advantages for people that are having issues, who can't speak, for example, who can't communicate, for example, who are trapped inside themselves. But now, put a couple electrodes in there, and this AI neural network, which has mapped the brain and mapped what sounds sound like and mapped what you're thinking, they can now translate that into speech so you can communicate in the world again. Maybe do a video like this again.
Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
In a scientific first, Columbia neuroengineers have created a system that translates thought into intelligible, recognizable speech. By monitoring someone's brain activity, the technology can reconstruct the words a person hears with unprecedented clarity. This breakthrough, which harnesses the power of speech synthesizers and artificial intelligence, could lead to new ways for computers to communicate directly with our brains. That's right. Computers, this is going to create a way for them to communicate with us right into our brains. That's where this is going. This is what we're training the artificial intelligent programs to do. I mean, you think about the applications of AI, right? There's no regulation. That's the spooky thing. There's no regulation. That means that the race is on to create whatever you want, and there's no line that you can't cross, right? Just a little while ago, just a year or two ago, over at Carnegie Mellon, Marcel just said nobody dreamed that you could get to the content of thought like we've been able to in the past 10 years. Past 10 years, okay? They were doing studies with AI, and they can read your thoughts. Not just your thoughts, but they can like reconstruct, what did it say, a film? Like if you'd watched the film, person's looking at the one on the left, the AI is translating that in real time. It's seeing what it's seeing. It was considered science fiction, says Marcel Just at Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania. Researchers have already peered into the brain to recreate films people have watched and decoded dreams. Yeah, like that movie when Robin Williams, back in the day, where right when someone dies, he goes in and he can, highlight the greatest parts of the person's life through all of their experiences. It's like they pre-programmed us all to be ready for this. Lots of movies dealing with this. And artificial intelligence is so intrusive into our lives already that you're buying things that you don't need just because the artificial algorithm thinks it knows how to manipulate you because it's been studying you and you've been programming it. Every time that you enter anything into the computer, whether it's a search or whether it's a text or whether it's a pic or whether it's a video, you're telling them who you are. You're giving them the essence of who you are. Like that replica app that I did the show on, which, by the way, is still far away from being totally scary, but is already scary to begin with. AI is being used already for facial recognition, but not just that, it can now gait the way you walk, right? And how many people who have the iPhone, and I'm guilty of it, right? Because I come on here and say, oh, this would be a spooky thing. You're going to be able to biometrically lock your face up so you could be a talking unicorn, right? With the unicorns everywhere. Oh, good grief.
Hey, everybody, look, I can wink my eyes. Oh my goodness, look at how cute I am. I'm so cute. I love it. Dan calls me Papa Bear, Honey Bear, Daddy Bear. And now Apple has my biometrics. Isn't that great? Wasn't it worth it? Ah! Uranus.
China's on lockdown. I mean, the police, they have like these little glasses that are outfitted with artificial intelligence, which can tell, just by looking at a huge crowd, can pick out somebody like this. Now they can pick them out by the way they walk. It's like you have to change everything up. We are living in such an Orwellian world that I don't even know. But when you have stuff like this coming out, where you see these applications where people who couldn't speak before, which is just, could you imagine, now they may be able to speak. I mean, there are so many beautiful benefits to artificial intelligence, but yet on the flip side of the coin, the applications today, it's for consumption, it's for defense, it's for spying. We're not even scratching the surface about how incredibly spooky artificial intelligence can become, especially if it becomes cognizant of itself, if it becomes self-aware, if that singularity happened. Can you imagine? Dr. Mezgarani teamed up with Ashish Danish Mehta, PhD and neurosurgeon at Northwell Health Physicians Partner Neuroscience Institute and co-author of today's paper. Dr. Mehta treats epilepsy patients, some of whom go under, so they have surgeries. So what they basically did was they got these epileptic patients who were going under surgeries, and that was like the perfect way. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna, and they had them recite in their head, and they heard 0 through 9, and so this is the first audible version of that.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The sound produced by the vocoder, I guess the voice coder, in response to those signals was analyzed, cleaned up by neural networks, a type of artificial intelligence that mimics the structure of neurons in our biological brain and then brings it to all of us like this.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
AI can decipher what it's looking at. AI can create things in real time. AI can, if they wanted to, I could just be gone and you would never know, because it could recreate me and just continue to put out videos just like this that YouTube will not censor because it's artificial intelligence. And I'm not saying that YouTube is censoring me. This has been something that's been on my heart. This is why I really hope that if you're a friend to the channel and you like what I'm doing here, do me a favor. Will you please make sure that you checked the bell for notifications and for all time so that you get notified of my channel, because it looks like a lot of channels could be buried completely. I've already noticed just when I do a premiere event, I mean, double the people usually are there right off the bat. So already I'm noticing, and I don't even know if it's an effect. I don't think they said it's an effect yet. But the bottom line is, it's an effect. Okay? It's like I've noticed this with even other people. But in the grand scheme of things, the truth it can't be held back. The truth is going to be shouted from the rooftops, right? And this channel, if you've been here long enough, you know that it's more than just bringing you the interesting, kooky, spooky news, right? Or the things that are going on in the world that the mainstream, lamestream media aren't covering. What I'm here to do is to kind of get us past all of our nonsense and all of our fears and all of our worries and all of our dread and understand that it doesn't matter if AI can read your mind, if AI can read your dreams. In the grand scheme of things, we are more than this world. We've just been dumbed down and trapped into thinking that we're not. Now, I've been saying for a long time that you're going to see things get a lot more claustrophobic, and that's what's happening. It's like I was talking to Jason last night, and it's like the python, right? That's a slow squeeze, and it's right now. It's like channels like this are being they're said they're going to be squeezed, and I'm hoping that as they squeeze, that you kind of just stretch your arms out a little bit and just keep that python grip off of us by sharing it around. Because you can't stop grassroots, right? And don't forget, like if you don't get a notification from me, believe me, I'm on here. Come back to the channel and watch. Because there's just, every day there's something. And I think it's a beautiful thing for people who cannot speak, but I also think that it's pretty spooky. I did a show on this a year or two ago about how they're reading minds and they're reading dreams, and they can also predict what you're doing next. Like, they can predict what you say next. Like, it's freaky. It's freaky. You gotta remember, we're dealing with otherworldly things. AI is it appeared on the scene all of a sudden, and it seems like it really is kind of ruling everything. And as it's there spying on us, and as it's there leading us and deceiving us and manipulating us, and also helping us to make those really cool pictures even cooler. Understand that you're more than you know, you're more than your circumstance, you're more than AI. You have no idea how we're clueless. It's like we fell asleep, and now's the day when people are starting to wake up. But like anything else, it takes a little time. You start off a little groggy. Right now, there's some people that are still a little groggy. They're like, where's that day? Where's that promise, right? It's here. The day's here. It's a new day, right? It's a new day. What are you going to do with it? You're going to start believing better? You're going to start seeking more? You're going to start worrying about this AI thing speaking for you? Or are you going to be excited? Because today is a new day. And I love each and every one of you. I hope you do subscribe. I hope you share it around. I hope you do what you got to do. And I hope that this was a little entertaining. And do me a favor in the comment section. So tell me in the comment section what you think about this. If you're going to get some artificial intelligent thing, reading your brain, and your thoughts and your dreams, and telling you what to do, and then speaking for you. I don't know. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.